Oh man, so today I am giving the Bao Hong paper a real try, doing a painting that I would do normally, and just a little bit about it first. This was partially an idea from my sketchbook when I was doing the tarot card inspirations. I can't remember which card it is, but it was about nurturing something that you want, something like developing something that you want or need, and having it actually come to fruition and turn into what you wanted it to do. That was a terrible explanation. But anyway, in the original sketch, it was a person planting and nurturing a flower, which I think is a clematis, and caring for it until it blooms. And it was just a silly little thing where the flower bloomed a giant moth, and it was kind of witchy and magical. And I took the person character out of it and just replaced it with a ring of these cats, just to make it look kind of extra suspicious. I think seeing cats come together for a single cause is always looking kind of suspicious, so that's just kind of the look I was going for. I think I was calling this one It Blooms at Midnight or something. And the cats all look a little bit derpy. They kind of make me laugh. I wanted them to look a little bit exaggerated, and I'm a little bit not super happy with some of them, especially the tuxedo cat. I struggle a lot with dark cats because it's hard to get the details in when you can't see them as well. But about the experience with the paper, again, it was very nice to not have to struggle so much with the paper. It does seem to lift quite a bit. I know a lot of people were saying that it's really hard to lift. Yes, the next day the red colors were particularly difficult to lift, and I think it does depend on what colors you're using, because much later on when I did a slightly darkening layer around the flower to create a light effect, it did smudge a little bit the layers underneath it. So for a paper that allegedly doesn't really lift that much, I do have to be really careful. But other than that, I think this paper kind of it kind of got away from me, because for the last little while I've been using economics student papers, and with those you have to put down so much paint and keep adding layers and layers to darken the colors, and it's really hard to get rich colors, whereas with this paper it's the opposite. And so I only have 3 or 4 layers here, and they got so deep so fast that this is definitely a painting that is a bit richer than most of mine. I really just like the weight and the texture of this paper. It's a very rough paper. I want to point out that I did wait until I did a little painting with the Arches hot press that I bought, which turned out amazing, and I can't wait to show you. But you know what? I didn't enjoy the Arches as much. That seems impossible to me because Arches is kind of like everyone's favorite paper, and like I said before, maybe the paper in the pads is different because there is such a huge price point that I refuse to believe that it is just the fact that it's sold in a block that makes it so expensive. There's got to be more to it. But the paper in the pads it's pretty nice. Like, the painting I made looks amazing, as you will see next week. But I didn't really enjoy it as much, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that it is a slightly lighter weight and it's hot press, and it's been a while since I've used hot press, and I know a lot of people love hot press, but I don't know, it just doesn't have as much character to it. I think I keep expecting it to act a bit like a Fabriano studio paper or something, and it doesn't, which is great. But I don't know, maybe I just need to get used to the hot press again, because it just didn't give me quite as much enjoyment as a cold press or rough textured watercolor paper does. I don't know. If you like this painting, I will be listing it for sale in their shop, and I will try to scan it for Redbubble if you want like prints. Ooh, and if you have an unpopular opinion, if you happen to like a less common art supply more than its famous, well-loved equivalent, let us know what it is and why. And thanks for watching.